Hi guys, let's talk about some buffs to old units. So I was gonna buff some older units, and yeah, we might actually see some buffed characters on the future. Unfortunately, these are leaks and they're not from a trusted source, so always take them with a grain of salt. So not without wasting any time, let's get into it. First buff unit that we might receive in the future is gonna be Seela. She might also get a skin, so it could add up. So the buff she's going to receive is she's going to get a multiplier on increase on her skill and ult. So that's actually pretty decent. I think multipliers are always going to be the best source to buff a unit. On top of it, she can enter her buff stat. I think it's called Resurgence, as long as the enemy is 50% or below. So she's going to have a pretty decent uptime on her buff. I think the only way you can get Resurgent currently is with killing a mob or killing someone. But now you can enter that buff state as long as the enemy is 50% or less. You're probably not gonna get the action advance, but it's just still something rather than nothing. So pretty good buff in my opinion. Now moving on to Silverwolf. I think Silverwolf got the best buff compared to all the units. So if this comes close, I think Silverwolf will be the second best in slot for Akron, and Akron team, especially on APOC and MOC, will actually be really solid again. If these buffs come. So the buffs Silverwolf's gonna receive is her skill, the ability to apply weakness, and now she can apply to 3 people. So it's gonna be a blast, technically. So her skill is gonna be blast rather than a single target. And this is the best part: she can actually apply the weakness of the first ally on your team. So if you put Akron on the first, on the first slot, she's gonna 100% apply electric weakness to 3 units. That's going to be huge, and it's actually big, really big, solid buff in my opinion. And this is actually game changing. It's going to be game changing for at least Silverwolf if it does come. Just like her skill, her ult will also be targeting 3 people, so simply blast again. This one I think is still solid. I was expecting it to be AoE just like Pella, but unfortunately it's not. I mean, I can see it. Silverwolf still has the highest defense rate, so maybe if it was full AoE, maybe it's going to be too broken. Even though current endgame is AoE, I still think these buffs are going to be solid. If they come through, they will be solid. I think Silverwolf will be back in meta easily, at least for Akron teams. She will be the best in slot. Even, I think you still need 90 effective trait. But beside that, I think it's pretty easy unit to build, so it's not a bad thing. Now Yangqin's buffs are okay. Simply his talent, the damage boost, it usually goes away if you get hit. Now the buff will stay as long. Even if you get hit, the buff will stay there, so you don't need to run a shielder, I guess. And his ulti multiplier went up by a certain amount, and that's it. And I think he also got a speed trace, but it's nothing crazy. It's Yangqin. In the end, it's Yangqin. Okay, he's not going to do anything. He's just going to be Yangqin. Now, this one also going to be pretty decent in my opinion. It's going to be Bailu. Bailu actually getting a solid buff. First thing, her talent. She's going to get a 20% increase in healing. Healing bonus, I think it's healing bonus. And she's also going to scale off 10% health. 100 health. So, it's whatever. I don't care. I don't think it's going to change much. But this is the part where it actually is kind of important. Her skill now will cleanse the targeted ally. So big news! She finally gets the cleanse that she should have gotten from the release, in my opinion. But I was expecting a cleanse on her ult, so the whole team gets cleansed. But at least she can cleanse 1 unit now, so it's kind of solid. Plus she gets an additional bounce on her skill. It's okay. It's fine. Whatever. What am I saying? But last one is gonna be March 7th. I think I was gonna say something else. I don't know what came through my mind there. Okay, last buff is gonna be on March 7th. Preservation, by the way. So she can apply shield to 3 people, the main target and the adjacent target. The main target shield will be a little bit stronger, and the adjacent will be a little bit weaker. But that's it. That's all she gets. I think pretty solid buff for early game. Because she does have a cleanse on her kit, right? So it's a pretty solid buff for March 7th preservation. Not that much for late game, in my opinion, but it's still solid. So something's better than nothing. And that's solid. That's all the leaks we know about the buffs. There's also Jingliu and Blade in this bracket, but unfortunately we don't know anything about their kit. so far or what kind of buff they're getting. I don't know why Jingyo is even getting a buff, but yeah, he's getting something. Until we get these changes in the game, we are not sure. Probably in 3.3 or 3.2. I don't know when they're coming. If it does come in on 3.2, Bailu could be a decent healer for Castro's team. Just saying, because Castro has crazy amount of I think health drain, so she could be kind of good for for Castro's team. But like I said, these buffs have to come on 3.2 for Bailu to be meta at least for one patch. If it not, it's kind of useless. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. And that's it. That's all the buffs that we know of the old units. If I get more information about them, I will share with you. And if you found this video to your help, leave a like and yeah, be happy, I guess. And yeah, see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.